I'm a great believer that you should never waste wood. And here's an old chopping board that quite honestly has seen better days. It's pretty much warped around the edges here, and we've thrown it out of our kitchen, but it seems too good to waste. So I'm going to show you how we can convert this into a beautiful nesting box which we can put in our garden, and the birds can enjoy this through the spring weather. Now the best thing to do when you start is to make a template of the actual profile of the bird box. And I've cut a piece out of a piece of A4 sheet of paper, the profile we see with a hole in the top, some windows and a door, and we can easily lay that on the wood and plan out exactly how we're going to cut this piece of timber up to get the maximum efficiency of the wood that's available to us. Also make some more templates of the facing strips that are going to go around the edge at the top, and the profile of the windows and the doors which we're going to fit onto this bird box. Now I've cut the front section and the rear section of the bird box out of the wood, and two side panels, and in the bottom of the side panels I've made a groove which we're going to fit this little panel in the bottom, which is screwed in so that you can take this out to clean the bird box each year. So we're now in a position where we can actually start to assemble this box. So we've clamped one of the side pieces into this workmate. We have two screws ready to go into the side, and we've glued the surface with some waterproof glue, and it really is now just a job of screwing this up. Same with it. So there we have it. That side screwed on now, and we just wipe the surface glue off, and we're ready to assemble the rest of the bird box. So we've now fitted the top beam across in the roof so that we can attach some featherboarding. I've cut out 6 pieces of standard fencing board which we're going to make the roof here. So we're going to nail this on with the use of our nail gun, and lining the edges up very carefully. And now we have the roof on, and when the glue's dry we can sand it off each side and make it perfectly smooth. So the next job then is to make the fascia boards which fit on the front to just cover over that unevenness of the end of the featherboarding. So that's our next job to do, and also we'll make the windows and the doors to make the front look more attractive. Okay, now I've made the fascia boards which fits on each end of the roof, and all we've got to do now is just glue and nail gun those in position. Again, we're using a waterproof glue so that it weathers well. Put a glue on the end there. Well, we've fitted the top fascia boards now, and they're all sanded in position and glued overnight. And we're going to now have a balcony on the front, which we've made out of a spare piece of wood. And these are the windows which we've shaped up on the front door. Now, no house is complete unless it's got a chimney pot. So I've made up a double stacked chimney, which we're going to screw through one of the chimney pots to fix it in position. So glued on one side, this screw goes in here, we fix it on the side, and this should drill, you should screw into the piece of timber we fitted halfway across the top of the roof. tight, and then with a couple of 10mm dowels, we can just, and there we have it. So the bird box is now complete. All it needs is some sort of treatment. Now you can either paint it or just do something with something like Danish oil. A couple of coats of Danish oil will waterproof it nicely. And the way to screw it up, you want to screw it against the building, is we can drill a hole through the back here and then put a screw through the entrance hole to the bird box, and then screw it to the wall. Well, there we are, is the finished product. Beautiful bird nesting box to go out in the spring and see what birds like nesting in that. Should be anything from robin to a blue tit, or maybe something a bit larger. We'll have to wait and see. But it's just turned some scraps of wood into something which can be quite useful and get a lot of pleasure for a lot of people.